Hi, good morning, Sarah. How are you?
Good morning. I'm well, thank you. How are you?
Good. Just talking about all things consent and personal safety in family daycare. And I'd like to take the opportunity to thank you for joining me today. Okay, so we'll start off by asking, how do you promote safety and consent in your family daycare?
Yeah, so in my family daycare, safety and consent are embedded in our everyday routines and interactions. I use clear, age-appropriate language to explain rules and boundaries and choices, and I model respectful behaviour in all my interactions. I'm also encouraging children to use their voices a lot in terms of space and allowing their friends to know that you are in my space, and that's okay. Allowing them to have that autonomy over that. Safety is not just about a physical space for me, it's also about emotional safety. So I create an environment where children feel secure, listened to, and valued.
Perfect. Okay, wonderful. Can you give me some examples of what you do in the day?
Yeah, absolutely. So we've got a lot of stories that we read. This one, for example, is one of our favorites, and they've also got another one which is Boss of Boss of Your Own Body. It also comes with a song, so we will do a group time together, and we will kind of go over, that it's important that we can use our words to say, "Stop, I don't like that." Read stories, and yeah, other great songs like the Boundaries song, which my group of children absolutely love.
Oh, that's fantastic. Very good. So that's bringing me to my next question. So, do you have the resources to use within the family daycare, and do you know where to go and navigate to get more of those and access those?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I think there's so many fabulous resources out there now. I'm finding that a lot of books that I buy, from Amazon or Kmart and things like that, are a lot of books about consent. There's so many out there. But yeah, I also use like visuals and things like that.
And the resources aren't they're not too expensive. So,
They're really not, no.
and like you
Absolutely.
said, they're reusable and you can use them in your everyday. It's stuff that you're
Absolutely.
already doing.
Yes.
Fantastic.
Yeah,
So, yeah.
absolutely.
Yeah, great. And how confident are you if you had to report or investigate a personal safety issue or a breach of conduct?
Yeah, I feel very confident in my ability to recognize and report and document where needed. I have done my child protection course and training and familiar with specific reporting processes. Um,
Great.
yeah,
And look, I think there's going to be a bit more coming from ASEQA with some changes.
I think so,
Um,
yes.
so big focus on child safety. It's out there. So that's fabulous. And how do you actively get children to collaborate to the program? When you say you do these activities and their songs, how are the children's voices heard through your programming?
Yeah, so we've got a day book that we do. We fill out every afternoon when we have our afternoon tea, and we sit down and we go over the day and things that we've done and ways that we can move forward and extend our learning. So yeah, a lot of language development. My group of children are kind of in that just 2 to 3 back bracket. So really trying to encourage them to stand up for themselves and things like that. So a lot of language development around using words and encouraging them to say, stop, I don't like that, or you're in my space. So yeah.
Oh, great. And how often would you say that you intentionally discuss, feelings, safety, body boundaries? So, like I was saying, and you've given examples, it's something that you're already doing anyway. So
Absolutely.
it comes quite naturally. It's embedded in your route in your daily routine. I would assume this is something that you're doing every day, but how impromptu is it, or is it actually planned? Is it just quite organic in how it comes about?
I think it is quite organic. I think it does. There is intentional teaching around it as well. I think when issues arise, we definitely sit down and we'll pull out any of the resources we have and just remind children. about boundaries and consent, and it's okay to ask people to stop. But these conversations are woven into our daily routines, whether it's a group time, conflict
Right.
resolution, or moments of play. But yeah, I think it is. It's just one of those things that naturally happens every day. I feel like we're always having those conversations, when children are playing and trying to share toys and just it's not your turn yet, you need to wait. So I
Yeah.
feel like it is naturally embedded every
Yeah.
day.
That's great.
Yeah,
Yeah, and you're right. So, it's giving the children the opportunity to respect each other's feelings, but also speak up about their own feelings. So,
absolutely.
let's talk about some examples of children not giving consent. So whether it be, can I play with you? Another child asking, can I play with you? Or you asking, can I change a nappy now?
Yeah.
Where would you like to sit? And things like that. What would refusal look like to you, verbal and non-verbal?
I mean, refusal, for example, at afternoon tea time, I'll ask everyone, come on, let's find our seats, let's all get our drink bottles and sit down for afternoon tea. And there are often times that the children are not ready for morning tea or afternoon tea or any of those meal times. So generally, them not wanting to come to the table will just be that they're playing with an activity. And that's when I would just use words like, maybe in 5 minutes you'd like to come and join us. That's not a problem at all, when you're ready. So,
But it's
yeah,
respecting them that they haven't given consent that they want to eat right
absolutely.
now, or that yeah. So that's perfect. So, no, that's a really good example. And as they're becoming more vocal with this age, it's hand gestures. For younger children, no, or the look on their face that they want to be disengaged or they're not interested in participating. But as you've got 2 to 3 year olds, you'll be getting the stop, no, go away, I don't like it. So that's been quite vocal and quite direct that that's not what they're
Absolutely.
wanting to do right now. And that's okay. And we need to respect that. I know that sometimes we have routines and we want to be able to, get on
Yeah,
with the day and fit everything in. It'll be nice if everyone done everything at the same time, but it's respecting them, their boundaries, and what their needs and wants are at that time. So that's fantastic.
absolutely.
Mm. And can you tell me a little bit more about some other resources or games that you might play with children? Like you mentioned some visuals. What might you do with those? Are they flashcards?
They are. There's just some visuals that I've managed to download, and they're basically pictures. They'll have pictures of interactions, and I'll hold it up in a group time, and I'll go, it might be an expression on a face, and we'll talk about how that person might look, and do we think that person looks happy in that play? And it might be a picture of a child snatching a toy off somebody else, and we'll discuss about what we see in the image. Of course, the language is still developing, so very, very simple discussions. But I think visuals are a fabulous tool to help children engage and connect and relate, and yeah, definitely transfer that knowledge from one setting to another, and maybe they'll put that into practice when they're next going into a social interaction with a child around play.
Yeah, great. Fabulous. Okay. And there's other times throughout the day as well, like, getting them to wear their hats to go outside. So there's lots of other ways that we're teaching safety to children.
Yes,
Personal safety is something, to do with their bodies, but there's sun safety, there's road safety. So there's so many other forms, food safety that we're teaching them throughout the day, but it's making them aware of personal safety is about you, it's about your body, and it's about
absolutely.
your right to say no. And so I think that's very powerful what you're doing. I think you're doing some fabulous stuff,
Thank you.
and just continue doing what you're doing because this is about making the difference and
Absolutely.
empowering children to have the right to feel confident and empowered about their own bodies
Yeah.
and knowing that they've got people that they can go to and things like that. So there's going to be a big emphasis on as well with the training. So that's fabulous.
Yes,
Yeah.
it is.
Well, thank you so much for your time. I really appreciate it.
You're so
Do you have
welcome.
any other questions for me this morning?
No, I am all good, my end.
Okay, great. Well, looking forward to having you as
Thank
part of the
you.
training.
Thank you so much. Thanks for your time.
Thank you. Have a lovely day.
You too.
All
Bye.
right, bye.